Hey everyone, welcome to the Paint Log. My name is Keith, and we're going to talk about everything I did in the hobby this week. I had a very productive week this week. I did a miniatures trade, my first miniatures trade at the friendly local game store. I was able to sand and paint the board, so that was pretty cool. And we finished the Grots, so look forward to all of these coming up in the next couple of minutes. But as always, if you like what you see, hit that like button. Hit the bell to stay notified of when I post videos. Make sure you leave a comment if you like any of the paint jobs or have tips. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I release a video every Thursday. To start off, I did my first ever miniatures trade. That is sourcing it from an individual instead of a retailer. I traded for Kainen's Reapers. I have them right beside me. I have pictures of these, but for some reason, Microsoft Clipchamp does not want to work right now and is not importing these pictures, even though it imported other pictures. So unfortunately, you just have to get these blurry versions of these guys. There's 5 of the little skeletons, and then Kainen himself. I was going to go into detail. This model was actually painted fully before I got him, and then he was also the first model that I stripped. I did not do as good of a job on some places as I did in others, and I would like to talk about that more with some pictures to show you what I mean. But, like I said, I can't. So, something that Clipchamp will import, however, is my pictures of the board. So, let's go take a look at that. Last week we ended off with the board being plastered with drywall putty, and me waiting for it to dry. It actually took a little bit longer than I thought it did. I believe it's because I used a thicker coat of drywall putty. Again, first time using the stuff, and it definitely took a lot longer to dry in some areas that were thicker than others. Once everything was dry, I sanded it down and then glued the larger rock overhang and that little rock bridge that is supported by the pillar. I also sprinkled in some bigger rubble and some smaller rocks and stones and a little bit of areas to have the idea that like some rocks have fallen, just to give it a little bit of extra texture. And once everything was glued together, the next step was to paint it. So I took it outside. I had 4 different colors of spray paint and just kind of went to town to find the shadows with the darker color, and then just tried to build up and give some variation to it. There's some reds in there, some browns, some tans, and overall I really like the appearance. I actually went back over it with the airbrush and a yellow color to kind of raise the tone a little bit. Eventually I plan on washing this, which will bring it back down in color, just to get a little bit more definition in the recesses and the cracks and crevices. I would show you the picture of this, but unfortunately Microsoft Clipchamp has failed us once again. Actually, I am a tech priest. Blessings to the Omnisaya. I was able to get it to work using some fancy mumbo jumbo. I realized that it might not be the biggest change in contrast, but in person it definitely looks a lot lighter. Next up we have some Grots, of course. Last week I said I was going to go a little bit crazy and paint up 2 of them, and in fact I did. I do feel as if these were a little bit rushed. I don't feel as if the light green emphasis on their muscles, the highlights, are as nice and clean as some of the other ones, but in the gaggle of all 10 of them, they blend in together. As a matter of fact, I was in fact rushed because when I went to go take a picture of the guy with the helmet, I realized that his bracelet on his right hand was not actually painted, and I needed to take care of that super fast. So got that done, took some pictures of him, and then he joined the rest of the group, which you can see here. They are supposed to be very mischievous and naughty in the lore, and they definitely need a chaperone of sorts. The box of miniatures came with 1 full-sized orc, the herdsman, for these little runts, and that will be something that you can look forward to in some future videos. And finally, we have a miniature that I've been working on all week. It is a work in progress. It is a Medusae iron scale, a snake woman. I'm going to use her as a snake priestess in my upcoming D&D game as kind of a mini boss before the big bad boss of this particular story arc. I really spent some time picking out each individual scale. Obviously this, I feel, is going to be the most tedious part of this model, and I wanted to make sure that they looked clean. I am not 100% happy yet with exactly how she looks or how the scales look. I'm going to clean them up just a little bit more, and then probably add an additional highlight just to make them pop just a little bit. Overall, very, very happy with how it's going, and it's nice to make progress towards models that you will actually use. And with that, that's all the models I painted this week. I had another one that I didn't paint this week, but from my D&D campaign, it is a young red dragon that I really wanted to show you. But with everything going on with Clipchamp and everything, I'm just going to pass that off to next week. Let me know what you think of the shorter video length. I know this one and the past one have been a little bit shorter than the other ones, but I feel as if I've been more concise and I've gotten what I want to say across in time. Probably because I've had 10 episodes. Yay, 10 episodes of editing this now. I've toyed with the idea of potentially doing other styles of videos, maybe potentially making a D&D map online and you can watch me make the map as a time-lapse or a dungeon of something like that. Maybe just setting up an encounter or bouncing ideas off of people. I really enjoy the hobby, gaming of all types, whether that's board games, video games, war games, and I just want to encourage more people to be active in the community and to enjoy the hobby as much as I do. I know it can be a little bit difficult kind of taking the first steps, and hopefully just seeing regular Keith Joe Schmo doing it instead of the bigger brand name YouTubers will help encourage someone. And with that, that's all I have. So keep on hobbying, and I'll see you all next week. Bye!